Hey family, Tech Man, how's your spirit? Talk to me. Tell me something good. Uh, I switched it up tonight. We're gonna start with the first principle. As you know, this platform is called TAC. Through Adversity Come Change. It's the book that's on Amazon, and we also have a work guide to help you to start on your road to healing. With the workbook, so check it out. It's on Amazon as well, and it's a Kindle on there. Like I said tonight, we're gonna talk about the Most High, and being grateful to all the many things that he does for us. Um, and how we take for granted, you know, all of the little things. So we're gonna get to it. We're gonna go through it. And 1 second, you guys. What's up, mamita? Okay.
But bugs. Let me
Hmm.
tell you, I have been sick.
Hold on a second. I'm live right now. Let me see. Hold 1 second.
Are you in your podcast?
Yeah, I'm doing a podcast right now.
Oh, check you out. Flipping up and shit.
I got to make it do what it do, mama.
Keeps you busy,
Talking
though.
about the Most High tonight, God, and being grateful.
Um, look,
Hmm.
good for you.
Yeah, that's my peace. At night before I go to bed, give people a blessing. You know why He's so good and so great, and all the things we take for granted.
Amen.
That He does to and for us. You know, it's just like breathing. We don't even realize just how great that is.
Indeed it is.
Being able to breathe.
I've been a Pepto Dismal and ginger ale since last night.
Or how do you like the food?
Oh, I fucked up my stomach.
Oh yeah, man. I'm sorry, Mama.
No, it's like certain. That's why I'm funny when.
That's why I asked you if you like tripe and.
But I like to experiment different things. I mean,
Yeah,
you don't know you if you like something until you try it.
yeah. And then my
So,
mother. That's
and
that.
then I don't want to say no sometimes. I don't want to hurt your feelings,
No,
you
you
know.
ain't gonna hurt my feelings.
So,
All right, I
I'm
apologize.
trying to
Next time it'll be
no,
better.
no. And the thing is that it's just a stomach ache. I'm not even going to the
Oh, okay.
So now hopefully I got that.
Well, I'm sorry. Oh man, that's my bad. I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. Had to give my neighbor something. Uh, yeah, but we take for granted, how good God is to us, and I just want to show my gratitude and how happy I am to be in the place that I'm in the position I'm in life. I don't have nothing, but the beautiful thing about it, what I do have is mine, and it sustains me. You know, a lot of times people live above their means. I've learned to live within my means. You know, I used to be like that. But the thing is, I couldn't live above my means because I was making so much money. But it was still, you know, self defeating. You know, yeah. So here we go. The first principle of TAC is God. And you'll probably say, why is that? Because God is in control of everything. Let me say that again so you can hear me clear. God is in control of everything. Nothing happens in this world without his approval, whether you know it or not. So everything that he's putting you through is for a reason, and you just have to understand that. And like I said, and when I get to the second principle, I'll explain that even more. But God, he gave us everything: air to breathe, eyes to see, legs to walk, the ability to taste, smell, hear, and feel. He gave us family, food, shelter, laughter, the chance to love. Those are direct gifts from him. And that alone makes him worthy of worship, all worship, right? That's what makes him worthy of all worship. So, hold up. Let me get back to where I need to be. Hold up. Mm. Yeah, well, I lost y'all. Okay. Now, like I said, God is in charge, right? He gives us breath in our lungs, working eyes, ability to walk, sense of taste, sense of smell, sense of touch. I'm just going through all the things why we should be grateful, because God takes great care of us, whether we know it or not. We a lot of times we ungrateful, but we have to learn to be grateful, because everything He does is for us. I always said before, God loves us so much that He loves us enough to let us go, but He gives us all the things we need to get back to Him. But the devil makes things so appealing that you wind up losing, you know. And this right here is to help you to get to the place to where is you no longer want to lose, you want to win. And how you do that is get rid of all that old baggage and heal, learn the lies from the truth, and start to build, start to create. Like I tell you, heal people create. Um, a sense of hearing, beating heart, working brain, food on the table, clean water, family, friends, shelter, sunrise, rain, seasons change, laughter, sleep, waking up each morning, music, colors, flowers, trees, animals, stars at night, the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the Injil. He gave us a way to Him, prayer. He gave us forgiveness, second chances, strength to endure, peace in chaos, hope when things look dark, the ability to learn, the ability to grow. Hold up. My bad. I still got it for my go to my doctor's appointment tomorrow. Um, like I said, hope when things look dark. Uh, the ability to learn, the ability to grow, freedom, kindness from others, our own capacity to love, health, memories, new opportunities, challenges that make us stronger, tears that release pain, joy after pain, grace we don't deserve, mercy every morning, and the promise of eternal life if we live right. So the thing is right here, right? why we have to be grateful, man. Just think of all the things I just ran down, and that's not all of them. That's a little bit over 40. You know what I'm saying? So just think about if God wasn't so forgiving with all the things that we do in life, and He was just to let things happen, life would be crazy. So we have to always try to be grateful to all the things that God does to and for us because He's never going to do anything to hurt us. A lot of people don't understand that God puts you through things to give you the strength to endure life. Life is not easy. People are not easy. These are the things we have to understand. People are not easy, and life is not easy. So you have to learn to navigate to make your way. And the only way you do that is going through your adversities. It's only through your adversity change takes place. You have to understand that. How can you grow if you know nothing? So the way you grow is going through your adversity, learning, how to deal with life, learning how to deal with everyday things that God puts in your way to give you the strength so that one day you could be strong and deal with anything. I know He's preparing me for what I'm doing because the things I'm doing is for His sake and His sake alone. And I pray to Him that they never go outside of that. You know, I pray that it always in my heart it stays that way. Because a lot of times people can get sidetracked, and think that the things in their life are because they made it that way. No, anything we get, man, in this life is because God let us have it. If He don't want you to have it, you're not gonna have it. And there's nobody on this earth, if you put them all together, can't stop Him from making it where you don't get it. And this is the things you have to understand. And this is why it's so prevalent, important to be grateful to God, to people, to life. It's nothing like going through life's ups and downs and learning what life is really about. And like I said, I always use myself because I've been through so many things in my life. And still, things are gonna always transpire until you die. This is how life is. There's going to always be challenges, and it's only through adversity you're going to make the changes you need to make in your life. You got to go through it to get to it. And this is what a lot of people are not willing to do because, see, in life, it takes sacrifice, right? And if you don't sacrifice, you're never going to make it. Like I told you, when I got the diploma in science success, Think and Grow Rich with Napoleon Hill Foundation, one thing that stuck out to me is that the one who always made it was the one who went the extra mile. The one who, even if he had a street sweeper job, sweeping up manure, he did it like he loved doing it, and he was recognized and got a promotion to whereas he wound up years later being a CEO or a CFO or CRO of a major company. And this is what, like I said, we have to change our mindset if we want to do anything in life productive. We can't half step God's blessings. Like I always use the brother Wallow from $1 Million Worth of Game. Because he said it best. You can't cheat God's blessings. You can't straddle the fence. You can't, you have to do it for real. And it has to come from here. You can do it from here, but when it don't come from here, God is not listening. Of course, everybody got one of the. Everybody uses this and says what they say, but when it comes from your heart, it's sincere. And this is what it's about, man. Just living right and doing the right thing, man. Like I tell you, I enjoy living at peace. Like I said, I would love to have me a companion, but it's not time for that. Right now, it's time for me to build my brand, my network, my businesses, and get myself prepared. Because, like I said, in 2030, I'm trying to leave America. I've been saying this for the last 15 years. Because I see the handwriting on the wall, and it's not going to be nice. You know, you have people that drink children's blood and eat people that are in control. And it's nothing that they won't do. And once you learn about life, people who do statistic things like they don't care about nothing and nobody. And if they in power, it's even worse. So the thing you have to do is understand that, man. You have to get your stuff together because it might get real detrimental. But the only thing that keeps me sane is that there's a God, and He sits high and looks low. And whatever He said it gonna be, it's gonna be, and whatever He puts us through is for a reason. Let's understand that wherever God puts us at is for a reason, and that gets me to the second principle, which is wherever you at, He put you there because He's driving the car. You got to understand that, right? Everything in our lives has been mapped out. It's been written before we were born, before creation. The first thing God created was the pen, and He told it to write. And that's everything that went on in all the universes, the world, everything. So our lives are mapped out. But the beautiful thing about God, right? Even when you stray too far to the left or to the right, He always has a road leading you back to Him. Like I said earlier, He loves us that much that He loves us enough to let us go. This is why He gave us free will. But your will has to be wanting to be with Him. And if it's not, and if you like the things of the Shayateen or Iblis that much, He'll let you go. But just understand wherever you at in life, it's a lesson and a blessing in that because, like I said, wherever you're in life, He put you there and He's driving the car. He makes no mistakes. But you must take the understanding that maybe it's something that you did that got you to where you are. And the beautiful thing about it, all you have to do is ask Him what it is you're trying to show me when you have a true, sincere heart, and He's going to show you. Every hard places, even wherever you at right now, He put you there, even hard places. He's driving, no mistakes. If you're struggling, it's time to look at yourself and take responsibility for your part. That's the start of real change. A lot of people don't want to face the realities of life. And the thing is, only way you're going to heal is you got to be real with yourself. Healing, healing has no one but you. Only you can heal. No one can heal for you. You know, uh, and the only way that you can heal is you have to go through your adversities. See, one thing about life, when God puts you somewhere and you're a conscious person and you're a thought provoking person, you're going to say, okay, you're going to rationalize if you're real. Okay, man, maybe this is where I put myself. What do I have to do to, get myself in a proper place and do the right thing? And this is when you start on the road to healing because you accept your responsibility. And like, yeah, I made mistakes and you move on. It's like spilt milk. I tell everybody this a lot, right? My theory on spilt milk is right. What's the first thing we do? Oh, damn, I spilled that. Why waste that energy? Because you're gonna stand there and look at it for a minute, let the milk run all over the place. No, don't waste that energy. As soon as they fall, clean it right up and get you some more milk. Of course, you're gonna want some more milk. And that other energy you wasted, you'll still have that to do something else productive, you know. And a lot of times we don't want to face, the realities of life, but we must. It's a must. We can't heal. We can't find our peace. We can't make changes until we 1,000% real with ourselves. And like I said, it's not about no one else. You have to be real with you. It's not about you can't heal worrying about what somebody else says, feels, and thinks. It's like I tell you, with $3.50, what you say, feel, and think can't get me on the train. But with that $3.50, I get on the train and the bus. So it's about looking within you, reflecting on you, being grateful for all the many things. Like I read over 40 things that we need to be grateful for God. And it's much, much more. And for us to go through the things that we have to go through in life alone, you know, uh, we have enough headache. And part of growing old, it teaches you to see life for what it is, people for who they are. You don't judge. Everything starts and ends right here with you. You don't point fingers. And you just understand that's where a person is at. That doesn't mean that's where you at in life. You understand what I'm saying? So what you have to do is always strive to be better, do better for you. And the only way you're going to do that is realize that, man, wherever I'm at in life, God put me there. But I played a part in that. So let me see what it is He's trying to show me. And when you get to that place in life, then you get to the third principle, which is to me the best one. I can't say the best, but it's most important to me. Embracing your journey. Like I said, if you ain't get shit out, spit out, or swallowed, you have a purpose. You beat over 1 billion sperm cells to that egg. You are chosen. You are special. You know, you're you're what God wanted to be here. So you have a purpose. You just have to figure out your purpose. And the only way you're going to figure out your purpose is go through your adversities. And when you get older, you'll realize the adversities that you've gone through was God showing you the route He wanted you to take, building you up to make you strong enough to deal with the things that coincide with those adversities. And you must understand that your choices shape your adversities. Your adversities are your lessons to get you to your blessings. You would love to live your life backwards, so you would just know everything. But you must live it forward so that you can get the lessons and the blessings. Imagine if God just gave you everything one shot. You kill yourself, you know, especially if you're a person like me that does everything to an excess. You know, like when I was a kid, I used to use a lot of drugs. Thank God I'm not on that no more. But imagine if God gave me everything back then. I would have been dead. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I tried that and I made millions of dollars and I tried it with that. So imagine if he gave me billions. I know I've been dead. So the thing is understanding your purpose. And the only way you're going to understand your purpose is by embracing your journey and knowing that you have a purpose because you're one out of billions of sperm cells that made it. You're not here by happenstance. You're here by God's choice. And it's up to you to try to get back to him before life ends. And I'm not saying like I always tell you guys, you know, God says not an Adam's way to pride can enter the paradise. And what's part of pride? Ego, jealousy, envy, all of the schisms and isms. But all ego is easing God out. Instead of easing him out, you want to squeeze him in, you know, so that he can help you to navigate this world. And see, a lot of people may not understand that when you get to a certain age and you pray every day like you're supposed to and do the things you need, you have a connection with God and he talks to you if you understand what I'm saying. And that's for only people who are at peace and have a connection to God and do the right thing in their life. Everybody's not going to have that relationship because everybody's not going to do the right thing. But when you do, man, life is beautiful, man, because you realize, somebody really has your back and no one can do nothing to you if this person has your back. You can put all the people in the world, and if he don't let it happen, it ain't gonna happen. And that's the beautiful thing about having God in your life and living right, doing the right thing, because he's gonna always make sure things is good. You just have to do your part. And this is why I love coming on here and giving you guys this understanding of life that God has chosen me to relate to you, for the simple fact that, man, it's a blessing to be able to share the things I've gone through so that a lot of people don't have to go through it. You know, a lot of people don't want to go to prison. I did 28 years. It's a long time. A lot of people don't want to get shot. I got shot 9 times, you know. So if you change your life, a lot of these things you're not going to have to go through. You just have to live right. And I guarantee you, if you live right, you accomplish more in your life than you would if you did it the wrong way. When I was in, right, because I did federal time, and, I got kind of cool with a lot of mob guys. And this one is real rich. I used to look out for him because I worked in the kitchen. And me and him used to talk and walk and talk. He said, "You know what?" He said, "I will give up all this money to be able to be a plumber and be home with my wife and kids." And this was a heavy, heavy, heavy up in the mob. So the thing is, right, like he said the dude that works 20 years as a plumber will have more than me, and I'm a mega millionaire, because by the time I get out of prison, most of my money will be gone. And this guy will be building, so I'm saying this to you guys so that you might reflect and want to change your life and do right, because there's nothing like living right, man. I'm telling you. You don't got to look over your shoulder. You don't worry about other people think about or say. You live your life. You do what you have to do, and you're going to attract the right people in your life. When you live right, you attract the right people. Like they said, the sum of a person is the people he hang with. I hang with me, and then the other people that I deal with and hang with are my brothers, who have genuine love for me, and that's just how life is, and we have to understand in life, right? Like I said, embracing your journey. You were chosen to be here. Once again, if you ain't get shit out, spit out, or swallowed, you're here for a purpose. The good, the bad, the ugly. Once you accept it, life starts making sense. Gratitude becomes easier because you see every experience as part of his plan. Like I said, the adversities that God puts you through will shape and mold you to the person he wants you to be if you pay attention. Everybody has adversities, but your adversities are different from mine. Mine are different from yours. Mine lead me down this road. Yours leads you down that road. And it's just like this: a person you can be raised in the same block and the same house, and one of y'all can turn out this way, and one of y'all can turn out this way. It all depends on how life affects you. It all depends on about how what road God chose for you, what adversities he put in your life to make you go this way, what adversities he put in his life to go that way, or her, or either him or her. And these are things we have to understand. God makes no mistakes. You just have to pay attention, man. And that's one of the things I love, that I pay attention now, because I know how important it is. See, a lot of people don't understand how important it is to pay attention to what God shows you. And like I tell you, this is not a religious program. This is a spiritual program for difficult people. And a lot of people think that it's only one way to get to God. I beg to differ, for the simple fact that if we say God is as great as we say he is, he's an awesome God, he's this, he's that, he's this, he's this, he's this, he's the great. Do you not think that he knows how difficult we are? Do you not think that he going to have more than one way to get to him, because a bunch of us are crazy? But you have to have a heart that's sincere. This is why I always tell you, you got to be real with you. You got to be 100% real with yourself, and your heart has to be pure. And that's not something you learn. That's something that's in you. A lot of people don't have good hearts. And this is why a lot of people can't go to the paradise. He said, many are called, but few are chosen, because of what's in their hearts. I thank God all my life I've had a great heart. Always did right by people, loved people, you know, kind of got the short end of the stick a lot, but I didn't, because those are lessons that got me to my blessings. You know, you have to go through those things. If I didn't go through all the things I've been through in my life, I wouldn't be able to sit here and talk to you guys the way I talk to you, because I would have still not loved myself. Like I said, I had low self-esteem. And it was only going through my adversities that these things change. And like I said, I love me today. I am not mad at no one. I thank everyone for all that I've been through and gone through. It's people that I'll speak to forever. It's people that may not ever speak to me. And I understand. But my thing is, I just want to live right for the rest of my life and do the right thing and be pleasing to Allah. That's it. You know, because he's the one that I have to stand in front of on the day of judgment. I don't have to stand in front of man, because once you leave this earth, man can't do nothing for you, and this is why I try to help man now while I'm here, so he can heal, so he can do the right thing, so he can live in the next world and have all the things that we desire. I'm going to continue until the day I die to try to give people knowledge, wisdom, understanding, so that they can uh, be free from going down the road that I went down, and be able to see life for what it really is, and people for who they are, and not judge. Understand that, hey, where you at is where you at. That's don't have anything to do with where I'm at. And just keep being right, doing the right thing, no matter what no one else does. Always do the right thing, and watch how life turns out for you. See, because a lot of people don't understand that God is always watching. He's always listening, even to your thoughts. And if your thoughts are pure and your heart is pure, man, he's going to bless you because your actions going to show forth. Your actions going to show forth. And once you've done these things right, you got to get to that wall where all your adversity, shortcomings, everything are going to be on that wall. And these are things that are holding you back from achieving the greatness that God has for you. You got to face them. But we're going to cut it off for the night, and we're going to start fresh tomorrow with the fourth principle and on. You know, I don't want to cram too much because it might overwhelm you. But I thank you guys for being here. I thank you for listening, and hopefully, someone gets something out what I say. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Like I said, I'm just here to help people to heal. I'm here for the broken, you know, and it's only through adversity change takes place. And if nobody told you today they love you, I'm telling you, I love each and every one of y'all. And may God bless each and every one of y'all so we can all win. So you can embrace this journey and heal, learn the lies from the truth, and really come together and do something positive. So we'll never be classified as second class citizens ever again. But that's my show for tonight. You guys have a blessed one. Tack man out because I got to get up, go to the doctor in the morning. Y'all stay blessed and get your spirit right with the Most High. Tack man out. Peace.